So first of all, Ernst, thank you very much for the kind introduction, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a pleasure to speak to you and an honor to speak to you. First of all, I have to apologize that I came late. Obviously, there's a mix-up in our calendars by an hour. That's why I'm late, but nevertheless, we managed it. Thank you so much. Dear colleagues, guests and friends, students, first of all, welcome to the Technical University of Munich. And I'm really proud that so many of you followed our invitation for this first kick-off symposium of the TUM Georg Nemetschek Institute, Artificial Intelligence in the Built World. This symposium gives us ample opportunities to exchange ideas and discuss challenges and impacts of digitalization in architecture, engineering, in construction industry. And without any doubt, I think this is one of the most exciting fields of innovation, not only because the construction sector is, at least according to its value-added contribution and workforce, one of the most important branches in industry sectors in Bavaria and Germany, but it also because it leads to completely redesigned processes and will affect the entire life cycle for which buildings are designed, as we just heard from Professor Bormann, as these buildings are designed, constructed, and operated. And it will also, I'm quite sure, lead to fundamentally new professional profiles in labor markets. And that's why this area is so important for a university as TUM. And will lead also to new forms of organization, so for which professionals work and interact in the future. Civil engineering, and in particular also structural engineering, has always been a prominent field of application when it comes to computational methods and technologies. And it has been a driver for the development of new digital technologies in the field. And Konrad Zuse, for example, a civil engineer and father of computer sciences, invented the first digital computer and automatically performed engineering computations with it. And another innovator has been Professor Georg Nemetschek, whom I really welcome personally. Professor Nemetschek, I see you here right at the bottom of my screen. It's a great honor that you joined this first event, in particular as you laid the foundations for your future professional success here at TUM with a study course on civil engineering. And after founding your own company, the Nemetschek SE, you developed this company to become a true leading vendor for construction software. And more than that, I think you are a perfect example of a visionary because through your non-profit organization, the Nemetschek Innovation Foundation, you enabled us, the university, to establish the TUM Georg Nemetschek Institute with a generous support of about 50 million euros over the next 10 years to come. That gives us enough force to make this institute becoming a global player on this field. Again, my cordial welcome and thanks to you personally and the Nemetschek Innovation Foundation. In particular, it's important for the university that this institute will accelerate our institutional strategy to become a systems integrative and truly data-enabled university. Without any doubt, the historical structure of universities, I'm fully convinced, are still too fragmented in narrow disciplinary silos and cannot no longer cope with the highly complex, dynamic and interlinked challenges in our times. If you think of climate and energy, mobility, health, sustainable living, construction, as we look forward to it. And therefore, some 150 years after our foundation, we just initiated an update of our university's structural DNA, if you want. We are organizing our internal structure to form a matrix organization with 7 schools and integrative research centers that cut across these schools. And this structure is designed to dynamize the academic interactivity in research and in education, and to take our performance as a university to the next level. I want to give you some examples, like the TUM School of Engineering and Design. Here we will join forces of the current departments of Civil, Geo, and Environmental Engineering mechanical engineering, aerospace, and geodesy, some parts of electrical and computer engineering, and architecture to add the design expertise to the school. On the other hand, informatics, mathematics, and another part of electrical and information technology will merge to become the new TUM School of Computation, Information, and Technology. And this school will unite actually the most important scientific, methodological, and technological competences for an integrated software and hardware engineering, including electrical, electronic, but also quantum electronic technologies. And only in the last year, in 2020, we appointed now 14 new professors in this field, primarily from US and UK, to strengthen in particular the foundation for this new school. And this will help to further strengthen our computer science competence. We are currently ranked worldwide on place 14 and will infuse with the new professorships this expertise now even into other scientific domains, like in engineering disciplines or in medicine. One example is, for example, the recent recruitment of Professor Rückert, formerly Imperial College London. He has been awarded a prestigious Alexander von Humboldt professorship. He's a highly renowned expert on AI and will bridge the competence of AI from the computer science department into our medical school. Another example is the TUM School of Social Sciences and Technology. This will comprise the expertise of politics and governance, science and technology studies, as well as modern educational studies at TUM to ensure that technological innovations, so for example, catalyzed through AI, will go hand in hand with societal implications. This new school will be inaugurated in October 21, in about 6 months to come, and is supported again through top-level recruitments. And one example is Professor Urs Gasser, head of the Berkman Klein Center for Internet and Society at Harvard. He will become a full professor of public policy, governance, and innovative technology from October on. And together with the setup of the schools, and in particular also the TUM School of Management, at TUM we want to better integrate societal, ethical, political, economic, and ecological aspects into our innovation processes, in particular in data-enabled innovations. And these schools are, as mentioned, connected through integrative research centers that cut across the schools in order to build up a transdisciplinary strength. One example is the Munich School of Robotics and Machine Intelligence, which is under the leadership of Professor Sami Haradin, in order to bring together under one roof the core competences on robotics, on AI, and perception, in order to bring innovations into the sectors of health. So, for example, in the field of geriatronics, so this is automated assistance systems, work, future of work, with one lead project is the so-called AI factory, and smart mobility. And most recent, this MSRM, this robotics school, is flanked by the Munich Data Science Institute, the MDSI, which is actually integrating competences of TUM in the fields of data sciences, machine learning and AI, and applying this in the various transdisciplinary application contexts. So for example, in additive manufacturing, in digital materials, quantum technology. And in particular, the built environment component is now massively boosted through our TUM Georg Nemetschek Institute. So within the next 2 years, this field, MSRM, MDSI, the environment of the TUM Georg Nemetschek Institute, will be strengthened through the high-tech agenda Bavaria by additional 16 professorships in the fields of AI and ML, and the intersection of those fields and the application fields like medical, healthcare, material sciences, construction, and robotics. So we are at the beginning, so to say, or in the process already to really massively grow this field of expertise at TUM. But on the other hand, also, we have to push our inventions, discoveries, and results better, more efficiently to the market. So we have to bring innovations to the market. And that's why we want to build on the successes TUM has already in new business creation, about 70, 80 tech startups every year. We want to add another competitive edge to this entrepreneurial activities with the TUM Venture Labs. These Venture Labs are entrepreneurial innovation hubs, if you may call it like that, to support entrepreneurial talents and reinforce tech-based business translation from research by offering an anti-ecosystem with the necessary development environments. So we want to create deep tech start families around core technology fields like quantum technologies, additive manufacturing, future materials, sustainability, and built environment. So the mission of this planned TUM Venture Lab built environment is to become Europe's top platform for ventures developing innovative approaches, technologies, and solutions for urban futures. The construction and operation of buildings, but also of infrastructures, as well as the socio-technical systems in the context of design and architecture. So with this setup, which I demonstrated to you, we will aim to tackle, or we want to aim to tackle the fast-moving challenges of our modern world. And that means that we, much more than in the past, have to connect disciplines. We have to collaborate across boundaries of disciplines, but also across the boundaries of institutions, of countries and cultures, as those challenges are so dynamic and highly complex. And this makes conferences like this so important and so key, because it gives all of us the possibility to calibrate, so to say, our own knowledge within a broader expert community. And also it lowers somehow the activation energy to cross-connect between people. So therefore, let's do our very best to make this kickoff symposium of the TUM Georg Nemetschek Institute becoming truly an intellectual touch point of international friends in science and engineering. In particular, I want to thank the speakers to give this conference a vital impetus. And I wish all of you lots of inspiration and time to exchange thoughts. Together, I'm quite sure we're looking forward into an exciting future. Thank you so much.